and welcome back to the second of 12 days of Christmas cookies. So, last time we had the Scottish shortbread, so this time I'm taking you way over to the States and we're going to do some thumbprint cookies. I've got a feeling we're going to get a few here from the States, to be perfectly honest, because they do have a lot of good ones. What can I say? But I have picked some from Poland, Germany and France as well. Whether I change anything about, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to go for thumbprint cookies. So for these, you're going to need 226 grams of butter at room temperature, 70 grams of granulated sugar, 70 grams of light brown sugar, 1 large egg yolk, no white, egg yolk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and make it extract please guys, if you can, 280 grams of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of corn flour, half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of sugar, and half of one of our cups, not one of theirs, half of one of our cups of sugar for rolling the dough into, 100 grams of jam or preserves. Okay, so what we're going to do to start off, we're going to put the butter in the bowl of your stand mixer. If you don't have one hand mixer, is fine. If you don't have a hand mixer, your hand and a whisk will do. So don't worry about it. Or even a wooden spoon. But really you could do with a mixer or a really good whisk. Just beat this until it's creamy. You are going to have to wipe it down a bit at the sides because you know what it's like, it never catches at all. So just until creamy. So I'm going to scrape it down and do one more bash of about 30 seconds. So I'm just going to turn this down, and what I'm going to do now is gradually add my sugars. I'm going to put this on medium to high. As you add the sugars in, halfway, scrape it down. Once you've added them in, turn it up to high and beat for about 30 seconds. Okay, so start on a bit lower. So I'm just going to scrape this down. And add the rest of the sugars. So I'm going to scrape again We all know the process with these mixers. So scrape again, and then I'm going to add in what I'm going to add in is the egg yolk and the vanilla extract. So that's 1 teaspoon. Sorry if you can hear my kids in the background. I'm afraid that's just the way it is. They're out from school now, so that's that. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix this again. Right guys, so in this bowl here, all I'm going to do is add my plain flour. So essentially your dry ingredients. Your ½ teaspoon of salt. And your 2 teaspoons of corn flour. Take a whisk and give them a good mix. Now you're going to add this to this mixture. Make sure it's well mixed and combined. You're going to add it to this mixture. So the dough is going to seem really dry, crumbly. So scrape down the sides when you can. It may come to the point where if the mixture struggles, just finish it off by hand, and it's literally just going to take a minute, that's all. Okay? So that's all I'm going to do now, is add the dry to the wet. Lots of flour up the sides here. I've kept it on low because I don't fancy having a bath in flour. Once all the flour's in and been incorporated, then I can turn it up and give it a good mix. Hey guys, welcome back. So the dough is done. Oh, it was nearly done for then. So the dough is done. What you need to do is take about a tablespoon size piece. Now I'm using one of these. Just a normal, what measurement is this? A tablespoon. Spoon, most people have these. You want to roll it out until it's the outside of it is completely smooth. And then this is your sugar for rolling them out. So you roll, make sure it's smooth, otherwise it will crack when it's baking. Roll it in the sugar, pop it onto here, and then you're going to use this to press down in the centre and make your thumbprint. Okay? So, what's this one? A ½ tablespoon. So that's what I've gone for. So, yeah. Oh, it's getting them out, isn't it? It's all good. So roll it. You do not want these over big, they're not meant to be big. So it's smooth. I've just touched that, sorry. Smooth, no cracks. Roll it about in the sugar. It actually does make it a little bit easier to handle, to be perfectly honest. And then pop it onto your tray. I'm just going to show you. Pop it onto your tray. Then I'm using this scoop to press down. And because it's got sugar on, it leaves that thumbprint hole. I've got 3 trays lined up ready to go just in case I need them all. Can you see? That's all you have to do. It's as easy as that. So I'll get him to put some, by him I mean my husband, as most of you all know, he who edits, to put some Christmas jingles on while you watch me get on with these. Right guys, so I've put them into chill. I got 29 out of that, so I thought that was rather good. You need to freeze them, put them in the freezer for 30 minutes. 15 minutes into that, you can preheat your oven to gas 5, 375C or 190. No, excuse me, 375F, 190C. That's 15 minutes in. Also, 15 minutes in, warm some jam. That will make it easier to fill these, because you want to retain that shape and the cold. It's not going to spread much anyway, but if they're warm going in, they're just going to, yeah, they're not going to look pretty. So they really do need to be cold going into the oven. So yeah, I will show you mine as I bring them out to fill them up. Okay, now I'm about to get cleaned up. The downside to baking. See you in a bit. Hi guys, so I've preheated the oven. I'm going to pull out my first tray of cookies in a sec. Oh, excuse me guys. I've chosen to use just a Ziploc bag. I'm just going to nip the end as I go to each cookie, pinch the end, go to the next. I have got lots of piping bags, but why waste one? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the first tray, and then my 8-year-old is going to do the next tray. I've explained to her what she's going to do, but we shall see. So when you get these out, fill them as soon as possible, because you don't want the temperature to go up, and bake them in the centre of the oven for approximately 11 minutes. Slightly darkening on the edges, that's it. No more. You don't want it all golden or anything like that. That's overcooking it. Just slightly. So gas 5 people. 11 minutes. Right. I'll take the first ones out. I'll leave the other ones in to make sure that they stay cool. As I say, I'll do the first ones. My daughter's going to watch. Cut that cake then. I've used the wrong hand, haven't I? No, they're not. Go on. Go on. You're using the wrong hand?
I think so. No, this is what the hand is.
Technical difficulties, we can't cut. There, right-handed. That's better. Oh lordy. Can't even cut open a bag. What is it coming to? So, I'm just going to, this is warmed up preserve, conserve, whatever, and it has got berries in it. So I'm going to move that berry over, put a bit of jam next to it. Oh, you have to be more careful than me, Caitlin.
First one was good.
Yeah, that's it. That's because chunks of fruit are coming out as well. Maybe I should have just used a plain jam. There's a tip for you guys, plain old jam. I thought conserve might be nice, but because of the chunky fruit, they drop out when you've already filled it up. There we are. So I'll just throw that upside down now. Here, what a lick. Thought you might. So, let's tidy this up. That's it. I mean, is it the end of the world? No, of course it's not. But just to tidy it up a bit. Right, so that's the first 12 done. Can't count, first 9. Get the next ones, Kate. Right, so just bring a bit forward at a time.
Okay.
You're right-handed, so come on, grab it properly. Get your other hand ready. Caitlin, that's where the hole is.
Okay.
Get your other hand ready, because you only want so much, remember. Fill to the brim. That's it. Next one. Oh, I think it's got a chunk of jelly, chunk of jam in that. Fruit. Next one. Keep going. That's it, bring a bit more down. That way, if you bring a bit down at a time, you can't chuck too much in. A bit more, Caitlin, please. In there, that's it, not, that's it. Go over. Right, open your thumb a little bit. Caitlin, watch where you're dripping it. You can drip it in the middle, but not on the cookies. Right, close your thumb now. See, you brought some down. Don't let it all out. Bit more. That's it. Come on. That's it. There you go. What are you grunting at? What are you grunting at?
Nothing.
Watch what you're doing. That's it. Oh, over to that one. Caitlin, stop grunting. Watch what you're doing, please. Fill this one, Caitlin, please. That's it. Move the bag. I'll just clean that one up a bit. That's my fingers.
I think I've done better than you.
You think you did better than me?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that nice? I'll remember that when you want to eat them, Caitlin. That's the next one's in. Timer on. And that's it, guys. Wait for the next lot to come out. So I'll show you when they come out, and we'll chop one open when it's cooled down. Okay, guys? Thanks for joining me and Caitlin while we fill these thumbprints. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll show you the end result.